Hello, everybody. This is Evan's Easy Japanese. JLPT and for grammar number 5. I hope this is exciting for you, and if you think so, hit that like button, share, subscribe, make a one-time donation. PayPal.me/EvansEasyJapanese. I think Patreon.com, subscribe store, all of that good stuff helps me out. Helps me know this is worth doing. That being said, this one was actually kind of interesting. So I want to talk about this a little bit more in depth. So I've already looked up the answer. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but you might be intrigued. この日本語の辞書は this Japanese, that almost sounds English. この日本語の辞書は this Japanese dictionary. As for this Japanese dictionary, 150年前に 150 years ago, 外国人 blank 作られました。外国人 blank 作られました。Okay, 作られました. This is probably the most important part of the sentence. This is the passive of 作る. Be careful, it's not the potential. The potential would be the like able to make. Sorry, 作る means make. 作られる is was made or is made. Now be careful because 作れます is the potential, the I can make. So this is 作られます, which is the passive, which means is made and was made. So I just want to make sure I got that clear because maybe I'm speaking too fast. Who knows? All that tea I drink might be making me drunk. So one more time. 作れます potential, can make. 作られます passive, was made. Well, with the past tense mashita, it's was made. Okay. So as for this Japanese dictionary, 150 years ago, a foreigner, a gaikokujin, blank was made. So the thing that was made is almost definitely not the foreigner, so it shouldn't be the O particle, because I don't think dictionaries make foreigners. Now be careful. This is where the wa particle... Ding, there we go. The wa particle is not always the subject. It is frequently the subject. It is frequently the topic. However, it is not always the subject here. It's actually, well, it is the topic here, but you can, if we were to plug it in the sentence like it's a normal sentence with the subject operating on an object, this would actually be the object. The Japanese dictionary is what was made. 作られました. The thing that was made was the dictionary. And notice how the thing that was made was the dictionary, and it was made by the gaikokujin. Is almost certainly what we're trying to talk about. So let's go through this. It can't be the O particle because the thing that was made is actually the dictionary, not the foreigner. I don't think dictionaries make foreigners. Kara, you might be tempted to say that it was made from the foreigner. So 150 years ago, it was made from or because of a foreigner. Not really what we're trying to communicate, right? It's not like a dictionary is made from a foreigner. Does that make sense? It might be made from a foreign land or sent from a foreigner, but not made by a foreigner. Okay, so 1 and 2 are most likely not the correct answer. 2 is definitely not the correct answer. And then we're stuck with nitsuite and niyotte. All right, this is where it gets interesting because we already have a ni particle. That's interesting. Hint, it doesn't matter how many particles are in a sentence usually. You can't really have two, you can have two gas, but not frequently. You can't really have two O's. That's also something that most likely doesn't happen in the same clause. Anyway, nitsuite's most common translation is regarding. So it's similar-ish to a wa particle. Gakokuchi nitsute, regarding a foreigner, it was made 150 years ago. It's a dictionary. It's not really regarding a foreigner. So that's just not right. Not right. So it's not regarding a foreigner that it was made 150 years ago. As for this Japanese dictionary, 150 years ago, regarding a foreigner, it was made. Maybe in some obscure context that might work. Nitsute also kind of shows us like what something might be made. So like kono hon wa sensou ni tsuite desu. You could say like this book is about war, something like that. It's not about foreigners, and it's not made according to foreigners or anything like that. Or with regards to foreigners. I just accidentally slipped up and used number 4. Let's talk about number 4, niyotte. Most common translation is according to. However, it actually has many meanings. If you say this, according to a foreigner, it was made 150 years ago, kind of actually works. But that's not what they're saying here. We're not trying to say that 150 years ago it was made according to a foreigner. That would be much better served as maybe putting 外国人についてこの日本の実証は150年前に作られました. We would almost want to put 外国人によって in the beginning. And even then we might even want to say 外国人によると. That might even be a little bit better. If that went over your head, that's fine. It's just the word order, with that translation of this being according to, we'd have to change the word order to make it work a little bit better. Okay, the other translation is very closely related to the fact that we have a passive verb here. And what we're most likely trying to say is actually that this dictionary was made by a foreigner 150 years ago. The ni particle in a passive sentence tells us by whom the action was done. So the dictionary is the subject. I mean, in a passive sentence, the dictionary is the subject, and it was made by the foreigner, the niyote. Okay, now niyote is also another way of just expanding this idea of by. You see how we have a ni particle here with the hyaku nen mai ni? This ni is not the by, like by the 150 years ago it was made. The tricky thing about passives is that they have two meanings in Japanese. We almost want to call them effective to an extent. That's not really the correct way of thinking about it, but we kind of want to say it like that. For example, I made a passive video that I'm going to hopefully link to. Evan, if you're editing this, link to the passive video that I'm actually very proud of. It's actually a very good video, and you should watch it. Passives are tricky in Japanese because the ni particle can mean both all of its normal functions as a ni particle, i.e. this 150 years ago. They can also mean by whom the action occurred, like who made the book. Or, this book was read by me. This book was created by somebody. This book was, done by something. So it has that meaning. But it also, the thing about the passive is that it can also mean I was negatively affected or just I was affected by something. So I was affected / I was negatively affected by an action taking place. So if you wanted to say something like, oh crap, you ate my darn pizza, we could use the passive. And the ni particle, even though I had nothing to do with eating the pizza, we could use the ni particle for me because I was negatively affected by the pizzas being eaten by a monkey. So, when we have a situation where, 150 years ago, ni, I was negatively affected ni by you, ni, eating my pizza. I think that's all the knees we can throw in there that I can think of right now. You see how we'd have 3 knees there? Sometimes we want to clarify which guy is negatively affected and which one did the action. Niyotte very much clarifies who did the action. So in the sentence, 150 years ago, ni was negatively affected by ni, you eating the pizza. You would get the ni particle. You would get the niyote particle, the niyote phrase, the niyote whatever. It isn't really a particle. I, because I'm negatively affected, could just get the ni particle, and then 150 years ago, there'd be the ni particle too. Once again, check out that passive video. I hope I linked it below. Anyway, have yourselves a happy, dappy day. Peace out.